In this episode, we'll take you to a group of dermatologists who rolled up their sleeves and volunteered at a homeless shelter.
During the annual meeting, the Academy also unveiled its new prevention program, Spot Skin Cancer.
Then we'll tell you about a foot pedal device that can help take the pressure off your hands when injecting fillers.
And finally, contributing dermatologist Dr. Lily Talakub explains how to talk to patients about the potentially toxic chemicals in their makeup bags. Welcome to our dermatology show, the Skinny Vodcast. I'm Amy Pfeiffer.
And I'm Terry Rudd. So let's start with the volunteers in San Diego. Nasim Miller has the report.
Just a day before the annual meeting of the American Academy of Dermatology kicked off, dozens of dermatologists made walls their canvas and paintbrushes their instrument. In a few hours, they painted the hallways of the second floor of St. Vincent de Paul Village, a transitional housing and homeless shelter in downtown San Diego.
We're housing 1,000 people. Painting and those kinds of fix-up things are just important on a regular basis. And if we had to hire the number of people that we needed to do this kind of work on a regular basis, we'd have another $3 million in our operating budget. So we are more than grateful for any help we can get.
The Academy is making the volunteer event, which is called Dermatology in Action, a staple of its annual meeting.
But we did it last year. Dermatology in Action, this is our second year of doing that. We usually come to Convention Center and we have 18 to 19,000 people at a city. But this is an opportunity for us to give back to that city.
So before getting dressed up for the presentations or earning their CME credits, volunteers were happy to dress down and lend a helping hand.
I was really impressed that the Academy was doing a volunteer project. I think it's a really great idea, and I hope they start doing it all the time. Help somebody less fortunate.
I found it really rewarding to do it last year, and thought that I wanted to be part of the same Dermatology in Action group again this year.
Oh, because it's a good thing to do, and I get to be with my friends.
It just seemed like a great cause.
I'm actually a medical student from Philadelphia, so it was, I had this amazing opportunity to come out here and present some posters, so I was like, if I can get some action in on it while I'm here, so Dermatology in Action was the place to go for it.
Well, we tried to get in on it last year, and we were closed out, and it's something for the family to do.
These are my girls, I'll get them the pose for your girls. Oh, take a picture.
It's a video.
Oh, it's a video?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Thanks, Dad.
Unfortunately, a part of painting is cleaning.
This is Nasim Miller.
I think it's such a great idea to give back to the cities where the conference is held.
Sure is. And speaking of good deeds, the Academy is hoping to raise skin cancer awareness through its new Spot campaign. We spoke with Dr. Tom Rohr about the campaign's message and goals.
We're really excited to be announcing and launching the Spot Skin Cancer campaign here at the American Academy of Dermatology. What it is a way for us to bring all of our skin cancer public awareness campaigns and programs together under one, hopefully very easily recognizable brand identity, and it's called the Spot Skin Cancer campaign. And we're hoping to bring the level of public awareness of skin cancer up to the same level as breast cancer, colon cancer, lung cancer, prostate cancer. The hope is not only bringing, raising the level of public awareness up, but also motivating people to really change their behaviors, to protect themselves from skin cancer, to detect skin cancer at its earliest stages. And then important in this whole campaign is to motivate people to see their board-certified dermatologist, to get any suspicious lesion checked out and then treat it as early as it possibly can so they can live. So our tagline is prevent, detect, and live. Very positive message. And the logo is the orange spot. Another thing our members can do to really help spread this on a grassroots type of level is to start using social media to get the message out. So putting it on their Facebook pages, tweeting about it, and if our members know people who have large Twitter followers or Facebook page followers, to try and get those people involved in the campaign as well. If we can get Justin Bieber, Oprah, any of those people on board, I think it would go a long way to amplify our message.
The program and its website officially launched on May 7th, which is Melanoma Monday. Moving on to fillers. According to Dr. Susan Winkle, a foot pedal device can help with the injection of high viscosity fillers and minimize hand fatigue. Our reporter Damian McNamara has more.
This is Damian McNamara reporting for Skinny Vodcast News Digital Network, and with me is Dr. Susan Winkle. and we're here at the South Beach Symposium where Dr. Winkle is going to give us an update on some important device that's coming. Can you give us a description of what's coming and why it's important?
Well, thank you, Damien. This really is important because as we inject more fillers, more volume of fillers, and we have new fillers coming on the market that have a higher G prime and a higher viscosity, larger syringes, making it more difficult for our hand to push those fillers. We have a new device by Micromedics that's called Artiste. And the exciting thing about this is we just attach the syringe to the device, push on the foot pedal, and out comes the product. So it's really going to be helpful as we put fillers deeper in the face, volumize, contouring the face with these high viscosity, high G prime fillers that are going to be very advantageous to our patients because it'll give a lot of lift. However, it's going to destroy our hand. And my hand, after all these years, is beginning to hurt in the evening after I inject lots of fillers. And so I think that this new device is going to be particularly helpful in volumizing and revolumizing, contouring the face with these particular new fillers.
Okay, now which specific products are you talking about that are on the horizon?
Well, we all know that we're waiting with bated breath to get the Juvederm Voluma, which is again going to be a larger syringe. I believe it's going to come as a 2cc syringe. We don't have it yet, but within the next year or two. And it's going to have even a higher G prime than our Juvederm products we have now. And therefore, it's going to be, with the viscosity, a little harder to push. And so I think that it will be helpful having a device like this. And I think there are 150 fillers in Europe. And so more are coming to the United States. And I'm also finding that patients used to want 1 cc of a filler, and now they want 2 or 3.
They want to see more dramatic.
Exactly. They say, okay, this was good, but I want more. Well, that more at the end of the day is relating to a painful hand. And so in order to protect ourselves, this new device is going to allow us to accurately deliver the filler as well as protect our hand.
Okay, so you're saying there's benefits for both the patient and for the dermatologist?
I would call it a win-win.
Okay.
And now it's time for our monthly Cosmetic Counter segment. This month, Dr. Talakub discusses what to do when a patient comes in worried about the dangers of, say, lead in their lipstick. There are a few things you can do to put your patients at ease. Here she is from her office in McLean, Virginia.
These are my tips. The first thing you can say to your patients is that, yes, there are harmful chemicals and they're not necessarily regulated. Doing their research on the web is the most important factor. There's a website from the Environmental Working Group that does highlight many chemicals that have been tested in cosmetic products. Doing their research will help them choose the best product. The second thing I tell them is not necessarily do any of these in small quantities actually pose a health risk. Large quantities when ingested may, but small quantities when applied to the face may not. Over time, however, cumulative exposure is an important risk factor. Using their judgment and doing their research will help choose the best products. There are, however, several that have serious risks. Lead, parabens, mercury in products are some of those that if you choose wisely in your products, the patients will be able to choose the products that avoid these agents. So the 3 tips for our patients is do the research, look online, avoid things with paraben, lead, or mercury, and cumulative exposure may not actually result in significant risks.
Well, that's it for us. Make sure to visit skinandallergynews.com for the latest dermatology news.
And we've got a free iPhone app. Search for Skin and Allergy News in the iTunes App Store. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.